collaboration of city and federal governments, Youngstown was able to acquire a convocation center that provides the city with entertainment, with music concerts and sporting events.
The Chevy Center investment, which was about a $42 million investment, was very significant. The great thing about the assets we have, like the Chevy Center, is that the more you use them, the better they get. I think it served as a catalyst. It certainly sparked. It was the one thing that you could put as a stake in the ground in the central part of the city. When you have a convocation center downtown that has major or professional sports teams and major draws and venues, that is something that really draws people not only in from the Mahoning Valley, but from the region, people from Pittsburgh and Akron and Cleveland and Erie and so on and so forth to come down to Youngstown. And then from there, once they're here, then you can also showcase the things that have been popping up as a result.
As a testament to Youngstown's growth, Turning Technologies has been named one of the fastest growing technology companies in America.
Over the last 10 years, from about 1998 to 2008, we've spent over about $100 million in development in downtown. But now we're in the next 3 to 5. We're about to see at least 150, maybe $200 million of investment on top of that. Everything from what you're seeing at the Technology Center. We have the fastest growing software company privately held in the United States, and there's a 4-phase plan on West Federal Street for the development in that sector. All of West Federal Street, all of Federal Street has been redone now. It's been opened back up. It's beautiful. It's been well landscaped. Everything's been redone there. A lot of people look to Youngstown as the urban laboratory. If what happens in Youngstown, whatever happens, good or bad, will be used and replicated as a model and in study for every other urban center of our size across the United States. All eyes are on Youngstown right now.
Opening in 1919, the Butler is America's first museum dedicated solely to American art.
The Steel Museum in Youngstown preserves a piece of Youngstown's history.
Since its beginning as a Warner Theater, the DUR Performing Arts Center has, as it's known today, has provided entertainment for generations of Mahoning Valley citizens.
If you want to know what's happening in the city, if you want to start attending some events and functions, whether it's a Polish festival, to a lecture series at the Labor Museum, to a play in downtown Youngstown, to the city council meetings, there's a great website that we have called it's youngstownevents.info, and that will link you into all those events. You can subscribe to that, and that comes out every Wednesday, and it will outline day by day, 7 days out, Wednesdays to Wednesdays, hour by hour, every single thing that's happening in all these events in the city. So you might find some things on there that it just saves you from going all these different things, and everybody emails me with their events, so I'm the resource center for this. And that's where this is also important. This interview right now is furthering educating people to then maybe inquire about, well, what the heck is street cityscape, and who are these groups? And when I get involved, whoa, wow, I didn't know that was my master plan for my neighborhood, and I didn't know that working with the neighborhood community development agency that's what we could do here in these things. I didn't know Wick Park I could actually voice an opinion right now in a planning process where this whole park's gonna be transformed so I can have a recreation field so I can play outdoor frisbee, ultimate frisbee and stuff like that. I didn't know that's all going on. All this nepotism and all these things throughout, it's being replaced by good people and younger people, to that matter. I got to give props to the young people, because you got a mayor that was elected at 34. I'm 29. And you have a county commissioner that's 36. A lot of this leadership is being spurned by people that have obtained their education and come back here, and they're getting involved. And there is a youth movement going on to make sure that we don't repeat history again. Keep investing in the level below you, meaning that the generation. I speak to Youngstown State students because I was once them, and I realized that the next me is here, and they're on this hill. They're in Youngstown State now, so that they then take over, and it's always continuous investment to the younger, so that they keep sustaining this place. That's the beauty of this area. It's like eating an elephant, Youngstown diving into all this. Don't become overwhelmed. Don't try to take it all in. Start out by saying, I might go check this out. And when I go there, I'm going to talk to one person that's in charge of that and just ask a couple questions and learn from there. And you will definitely, before you know it, from a guy who held a sign in downtown Youngstown, didn't know one person when I was here, and I'm here now. If I'm an example of that, and that was only 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, if I can do that by you getting connected by all these three mediums, you will definitely find something that will interest you here, and you'll see what we're talking about, and you'll be walking it, not talking it, and it will be good.